There is a reason that I began this YouTube entry with the people's eyebrow. That's right, I'm going to be reviewing WrestleMania 28, which just finished about just under 2 hours ago now. And before I get started on analysing the event, I will just say it was one of the best WrestleManias in recent memory. It's right up there with 17, 18, 19 and 20, in my opinion, and it is definitely the best WrestleMania since 21. In fact, it is the best WrestleMania since WrestleMania 20. But now, we're going to get into the card. Now, we open the show with, obviously, Lillian Garcia singing America the Beautiful. Thought she did a fantastic job. Don't think there'll be any bullying to Lillian Garcia after that, thank God. Then, the first match of the evening was Sheamus going one-on-one with Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight Championship. Sheamus won the match, became the new World Heavyweight Champion with a brogue kick after 18 seconds. 18-second World Heavyweight Championship match, and I think that's fairly ironic because as my boy Cody, aka The Outlaw, said in the Wrestling Vengeance Forum, that sums up Daniel Bryan's World Heavyweight title reign. Weak. 4-letter word starting with W. Weak. And at the end of the day, I think Sheamus makes SmackDown look stronger if he's the World Heavyweight Champion, and he deserves it because it's been a long time coming. Sheamus becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. So, while it was a squash match, and you can't really rate the match because it was one kick finished, I think the result is the right one, and I think the booking was, well, the booking was what it was. It's how it had to be, because of the way that they've used Daniel Bryan's character. Now, the next match was Kane versus the birthday boy, Randy Orton. I actually thought this was somewhat decent. We all know that these guys can put on a fantastic match. They're both tremendous wrestlers, good in-ring competitors. The feud meant that there was a little bit of off colour to the match. I mean, not too many people were interested in who won. They didn't really care who won. But at the end of it all, it was a pretty good finish to the match. Kane won with a chokeslam off the turnbuckle. So now that the heel in this feud, which is Kane, has won the WrestleMania match, hopefully that means that the feud will carry on, and maybe we'll see. Maybe it'll get a little bit more heated, and we'll get a good match at Extreme Rules as well. And it also helped keep Kane's character intact as well, which is something that I was afraid might diminish if Randy Orton was to win at WrestleMania. But because Kane won, he still looks strong, and the putting the mask back on Kane hasn't been totally pointless yet. He's got a victory over Randy Orton, which is, he's obviously one of the top faces in the WWE, so good booking on WWE's part. Then we had the Intercontinental Championship on the line. It was the Big Show challenging Cody Rhodes. Now there's a couple ways to look at this. The Big Show won this match with the knockout punch, which is also known as the WMD, Weapon of Mass Destruction. Now there's a couple ways to look at this. A lot of people wanted Cody to go over here, and very understandably, because he's one of the up-and-coming superstars in the WWE, and if he won at WrestleMania, then that would put him over even more, and would get him up to that next standard, especially over someone of the status of the Big Show. And for that reason, if Cody Rhodes won, that would have been fantastic. That would have been great. The other way to look at it is the Big Show has been one of WWE's top guys for a while now. Not just WWE, but WCW as well. He's been one of the top guys for a long time now, and he hasn't actually had his WrestleMania moment yet. I mean, he's lost title matches and he's lost celebrity matches. You know, he's never had a full-time, big-time WrestleMania moment. And winning this Intercontinental title match was his moment. And I think that's good because, as well as that, Cody Rhodes, therefore, drops the Intercontinental title, and he can now focus on the main event scene, and they can push him to that main event status now. He can, the IC title's gone, he's out of the mid-card, into the main event scene, and he can concentrate on that now. Plus, Big Show gets his WrestleMania moment, which, in all fairness, even though he can be a little bit clumsy in the ring, he does deserve. So, I'm not too disappointed about that result. The next match was Kelly and Maria Menounos. Don't know if I said that right because I don't know who that is. Beating the team of Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. Didn't really care for this match. There's a few nice moves from Kelly. Some decent stuff from Beth and Eve. At the end of the day, it was always going to go this way, I suppose. I mean, the celebrity never loses at WrestleMania. So, it was what it was. It was better than the General Divas match, I suppose, that we've seen recently. So, good on them. After that, we had what was arguably the match of the night. The Undertaker versus Triple H inside Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. This match had it all. It had emotion pouring out of it. There was fans that were just going wild. There was some that didn't know which side to pick, Triple H or The Undertaker. But at the end of the day, I think the crowd was more in favour of The Undertaker and his streak. And at the end of the day, The Undertaker did win with the Tombstone Pile Driver. And it was a brilliant match. It was violent, it was brutal. There was bodies flying everywhere. The Undertaker's back at the end of it was purple. Triple H's ended up the same. They were getting thrown into the cell. Wicked chair shots, sledgehammer shots. And at the end of the day, The Undertaker picked up the victory. Pretty much beating a lifeless Triple H. Triple H couldn't walk out of WrestleMania. He was actually carried to the back in a show of respect by The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. And the interesting thing is, Shawn Michaels did superkick The Undertaker in this match. Didn't superkick Shawn Michaels, he superkicked The Undertaker, which was followed by a pedigree, which The Undertaker kicked out of. Triple H also kicked out of a tombstone. We had kick-outs of... we had Triple H get out of the... survive Hell's Gate. It was just a remarkable match, and they didn't even go outside the cell. In fact, they didn't even use the cell all that much. It was very similar to last year's match, but with a couple more twists in there, and it was fantastic. And the era is ended. The Undertaker is victorious. The Undertaker has won the era. It's official. Now, after that match, we were followed by Team Johnny versus Team Teddy. Team Johnny got the victory in this one when The Miz pinned Zack Ryder off the skull-crushing finale after Eve Torres came in for the distraction. The main talking point is from after the match, though, where Eve actually officially turned on Zack Ryder, giving him a low blow in front of the world. And I'm sure this is just going to heat up this rivalry. Zack Ryder's going to be out for a little bit of revenge on Eve, and we'll have to find out what happens by tuning in to Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. But I thought the match was okay. It wasn't a cluster like I thought it would be. There's some nice moves. I mean, Zack Ryder got in some great offense towards the end. Now we've seen Booker T in there a fair bit, which is always good to see. The Miz was in there a lot. He did some good things. Everyone got a bit of a go in the match, which is hard to do when it's a 12-man match. I mean, there's a few guys that didn't get a great go in there. I mean, R-Truth was on the apron talking to little Jimmy most of the time, but I thought it was generally a good match. I would have liked to see the general managers getting involved a little bit. It would have made it a bit more realistic, because obviously if your job's on the line, in most circumstances, you'll do whatever it takes to keep your job. That's in just any day situation. So it would have been a little bit more realistic if Teddy Long and John Laurinaitis got a bit more involved in this specific matchup at WrestleMania. But that's just my view. Then we had CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, and after Team Johnny won, John Laurinaitis announced if CM Punk got disqualified, then the title would go to Chris Jericho. This was a fantastic match. This was another 5-star match. I thoroughly enjoyed this match. It didn't bother me who won. I think Chris Jericho and CM Punk are both great athletes. I thought they both did a tremendous job on the biggest stage of them all once again. And CM Punk came up with the victory via submission from the Anaconda Vice, and good way to finish it. I mean, there was reversals flying all over the place. It was an even matchup. It could have gone either way, really. I wasn't sure who to predict to win, but I did predict CM Punk, purely on the basis that he was out for revenge. They built it up as if CM Punk was out for revenge, and on the biggest stage of them all, that's where they usually book competitors to get their revenge. And yeah, it's a fantastic match. CM Punk, Chris Jericho, two of the greatest wrestlers in the world right now. Everybody knows that, and they showed it on the biggest stage, which is great to see. And I'm looking forward to this feud continuing because I'm really liking it. And the main event was the once-in-a-lifetime match between the People's Champion, the captain of Team Bring It, The Rock, versus the C-Nation leader, John Cena. This has been built up for a long time. There was a lot of hype and a lot of expectation. They had a lot to live up to. Did they deliver? In my opinion, in most people's opinions, yes, it delivered. It was one of the there was 3 5-star matches on the night in my opinion, and this is one of them. The Rock hasn't missed a beat in the ring. He's still fantastic. He's got great ability still. He's just got that gift of the gab. He's a multi-talented superstar, The Rock, and he showed it again in the main event at WrestleMania in Miami, his hometown. There would have been a lot of nerves there, regardless of if he said he was nervous or not. He would have had a lot of nerves there, and he pulled off a fantastic match. This was a great way to end. The Rock did win this matchup via the rock bottom after Cena went for his own version of the People's Elbow. Call it the C-Nation Elbow, call it what you like. He went for it. The Rock kept up and delivered a rock bottom and got the 3 count. And I think this is the first time John Cena has lost that clean in probably about 5 years. That was a fantastic match. It was ebbing and flowing. It was back and forth. And I think it was the right outcome. The Rock has now defeated Stone Cold at WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, John Cena at WrestleMania. 3 of the biggest names of their eras. The Rock is officially the greatest superstar of all time. Agree or disagree, I don't care. It's official. It's in the books. Now guys, just officially, you can join the Wrestling Vengeance forum, www.wrestlingvengeance.com today. You can discuss WrestleMania, you can discuss Raw tomorrow night. There will be a 10-man tag main event at WWE Raw tomorrow night, so tune in for that. Also the fallout of John Cena versus The Rock and The Undertaker versus Triple H. So make sure to tune in. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make any comments with things you agree with, disagree with. Doesn't bother me. Whether you agree or disagree, everyone's entitled to opinions. I have them. You have them. Let me know what yours are because, well, the world would be a boring place if we all had the same thoughts. But overall, this WrestleMania was a huge pass mark. I give it 9 out of 10. Fantastic WrestleMania. Till next time, adios. Take care. Spike your hair.